General MacArthur drops a atomic bomb.
The free nations face a worldwide threat. It must be met with a worldwide defense.
All right, everyone, so we just finished up the first round. Kind of a mixed bag in some ways. So the Soviet Union was able to capture northern and southern Germany and move up their reinforcements. So now the Russians have a massive presence in northern and southern Germany. Looks like they might be looking to possibly push against Turkey or even push into the Middle East. Looks like they might be planning to start that off. And then over in the Pacific, looks like they're kind of biding their time, though they bought 2 air transports. So we'll kind of see what the Russians may have planned later on for those. Moving over, NATO really didn't attack much this turn. They more spent the entire turn fortifying their positions. So NATO has 2 massive armies sitting in Western Germany now. They've got quite a lot there that they're sitting in. They also moved to reinforce Denmark and Norway, as well as moving more troops into northern Italy. NATO is going to have quite a bit of a hard time getting their forces at home overseas, but they're starting to move their forces from Canada over. NATO did launch one attack, and they attacked Soviet-occupied Albania for no consequence to them because there were no Soviet forces defending the area. And they've started building up in Jordan a little bit. See kind of where they go from there. And NATO's also trying to send some more forces over to SATO in the Pacific. As for SATO actually kind of got a 1-for-1 sort of. They won a naval battle over here in C-Zone 20 and took out a Chinese submarine, destroyer, and transport. However, and then they did launch an attack against Yuan that had 3 Chinese infantry and 3 artillery. They were able to knock out all the infantry, but pulled back due to the counterattack, which did hurt them a little bit. And then they've also kind of been moving, trying to get forces pushed up to try and get into the fight to help stop the Chinese from coming. China, in this round, they were able to secure Korea, though they did lose 3 infantry in attempting to take it. They took Hong Kong from SATO with very limited losses to themselves. They came out of that battle a lot better than obviously what they probably could have been. So China is now in control of Hong Kong. Just kind of looking at it, we've been kind of talking about it. It looks like SATO and China are, we'll see how things go with round 2, but things look like they're going to get interesting here in Southeast Asia. Then quickly moving on to the U.S.-European team. No attacks, more just trying to get their forces over to Europe as quick as possible. Then let's see here. Then kind of going over to the Pacific is kind of the same thing. The United States is more just trying to get their forces over there to try and buffer themselves against both the Chinese and the Soviets. And that's a quick look at how turn 1 has gone. So far, it's kind of been sort of an even trade between the 2 sides, with the Soviets being able to capture Germany, but now with the 2 massive armies kind of facing off against each other, it'll be kind of interesting to see in the coming turns what's going to happen with all that. And then over in the Pacific, China made some gains, but SATO at least was able to damage them a little bit as far as with their attack into Yuan. So that is the end of the first turn. And then we'll check back in once we get to turn 2.